The Guyana Forestry Commission is the government of Guyana agency that is responsible for the sustainable management of Guyana's vast forest resources. When we say sustainable forest management, this encompasses a wide range of activities, inclusive of transparent forest allocation, forest planning and inventory, harvesting, processing into primary and secondary and added value manufacturing of products, marketing, and also activities such as conservation and marketing of environmental services. To better ensure that we practice sustainable forest management, we have developed in collaboration with multiple stakeholders, including national and international, such as the FAO and the International Tropical Timber Organization, a wealth of guidelines. These guidelines are very user-friendly and are accompanied with appropriate training at several levels. For example, the Forestry Training Center Incorporated does targeted training, which is usually field-based and on concessions. Then we have the Guyana School of Agriculture, which does a one-year certificate in forestry program. The University of Guyana also does a 2-year and a 4-year undergraduate degree program. In addition to this, our in-house training at the Guyana Forestry Commission also assists stakeholders in the understanding, interpretation, and execution of these collaboratively developed guidelines on the ground. Some of them will include things like the Code of Practice for Forest Operations, inventory guidelines, preparation of annual plans, etc. The net result is that Guyana, over centuries of harvesting, has still maintained a very, very low rate of deforestation. And it has actually been proven by using 5-meter scale, national level satellite imagery resolution that our rate of deforestation is between 0.07 to 0.08%. And this is a remarkable feat indeed. In addition, numerous international audits have been done recently, such as IFM, Independent Forest Monitoring. These audits have been done by very reputable and credible firms, and they have all proven that our guidelines are appropriate, they are robust, and they are implemented in a satisfactory manner on the ground. These audits not only focused on the operational issues in the field, but also on the administrative capabilities, both at the Guyana Forestry Commission and the concessions. One of the areas where much more work needs to be done, however, is in proper market access, maintaining access to the current markets and looking for more lucrative markets, especially in the marketing of the lesser used species. And because of this, government thought it fit to enter into another initiative to promote the marketing of Guyana species, referred to as the EU FLECT VPA process, or Voluntary Partnership Process. In this process, government, as usual, ensured that there was full stakeholder consultation, public education, and awareness. And only when the stakeholders were given sufficient information to make an informed decision, then that decision was taken. And all stakeholders agreed that the EU FLECT VPA was a worthwhile process that we should be engaged into. We also followed this decision by writing formally to the EU, and then we hosted a series of visits from the European Forestry Institute, EFI, and other key stakeholders of the EU. And the purpose of their visiting was to further engage and enlighten the Guyanese public on what were the advantages and the disadvantages of entering into the voluntary partnership agreement. We also had a thorough examination of our existing guidelines by the team from the European Forestry Institute and the other European Union stakeholders. And what they found was not surprising. They agreed, and this has actually been recorded in one of the negotiation sessions, they agreed that the existing Guyana guidelines provide a very strong foundation on which the voluntary partnership agreement could be built on. The government of Guyana then installed a national technical working group to lead this process. And this NTWG is made up of a wide variety of key stakeholder groups. The EU FLECT Secretariat is also housed within the Guyana Forestry Commission, and this was based on a decision taken very early by the NTWG. What we have ongoing right now is a series of public education and awareness sessions by the various stakeholder groups in the NTWG. They ensure that all of their constituents are kept fully aware and abreast of what is needed to be done and what has already been done. And it benefits the negotiation sessions in that we are able to better represent the groups of all the various stakeholder groups. We are now at the stage where the third negotiation session has been concluded, and we actually are working now with a revised roadmap, which is a series of activities that outlines what has to be taking place in a time-bound manner. We are now working towards a September 2016 deadline for this completion of the voluntary partnership agreement. As we said before, the benefits to Guyana will be increased market access to current markets and to the more lucrative EU markets. We also see greater productivity. Right now, our forest harvesting capability under sustainable forest management guidelines is about 1.6 million cubic meters annually. However, we are only harvesting at about 30 to 35% capacity. Therefore, with added markets in the EU, we have the great advantage of boosting production and as such increasing employment and profitability also. We also have the opportunity to contribute more, to make the forestry sector contribute more to the national economy. So all in all, the EU FLECT VPA offers a golden opportunity to Guyana to improve its productivity, its employment generation activities, its contribution to the national economy, and its profitability and socio-economic development of the logging and other forestry stakeholder communities in Guyana, especially the community forestry operations and the other small and medium-sized as well as large operators.